going on? We back, Goodfella Sports TV. Y'all know what the business is. Mr. One Time for the one time we grind. And salute to all the brothers and sisters out there holding us down. Definitely appreciate it. Make sure you smash the subscribe button, hit the bell icon button. We on the push for 10,000 subs. Appreciate everybody for subbing and trying to get us there, man. Continue to share the content. But one of the lawyers that was in the room, it was not Tekashi69 lawyer. Some people are claiming it was Tekashi69's lawyer. That was not his lawyer. And I'll link 2 videos. My brother Brooklyn Boxing Talk, got some audio from him. And then another guy, Manhattan Media, I think. I found him. He got some audio on it. So y'all can take a listen to them. Make sure you go check them brothers out. It'll be Source 1, Source 2 in the description. And also you check out our Facebook page and Twitter page in the description as well in our Facebook group. All right. Basically, the lawyer said that they all was arraigned, and everybody tried to get bail, Shoddy, and Crippy, and Tekashi69. And the interesting thing about it is, before I get to the juicy part, is that they they read out, or they announced their bank, what they had in their bank accounts. And I don't mean, that's what they, necessarily have all together. I'm pretty sure, Shotty got some money stashed away. But, when they announced what he had in his bank account, he had $60,000. Tekashi69 had between $1.1 and $1.7 million in his bank account. The lawyer said that, Tekashi69 was praying that he can get bailed out of prison. He said he looked nervous, like he was nervous the whole time he was in holding. He had his head down, praying. And then when the judge was talking, he was very honed in on the judge. And when she denied bail, it just killed his spirit. So he offered his passport, all his money. So he ain't a flight risk. He ain't a menace to society or danger to society. And they still denied him bail. Okay, what's the interesting part about it is that they came to him before they indicted him. They came to him and said, they're trying to take a hit out on your life, allegedly. The Tr3yway members are trying to, take a hit out on his life, and said, you should come with the feds, because we're gonna provide you protection from them. They're gonna violate you after you fire them. And basically, he then went on a Breakfast Club, and this is Friday, I believe. After he went on the Breakfast Club, and then he did his thing, and he said all that about them, about how people was messing them out of money. And they said they had, allegedly had members of the Tr3yway, way of life, is what Shoddy Tr3yway said, saying that they want to violate him, straight violate him, And they took that as a threat on wiretap, and they told Tekashi69 he refused to go into federal custody. The next day, or a couple days later, whenever they did it, they made him part of indictment, so he went with them regardless. You know what I'm saying? So, so they tried to take kid out. He fired the wrong people, got with the wrong people. We talked about it yesterday. Said that he was holding the camera while one of the members was shooting a rival gang member, allegedly. We talked about that yesterday, and that made him an accessory. They said it was a shooting, the Barclay shooting. They mentioned that. They mentioned it was a couple other shooting in Times Square, robbery they did, and they trying to make him synonymous with that, part of that. And he gonna be in there, man. He gonna be in there, and you better hope he gonna snitch. I'm telling you that right now. That was the point of them telling him that they was trying to kill him. All right. That was the point of him telling them they know he not cut from that cloth. He ain't cut from that underworld cat pillar cloth, that gangster cloth. They know that. So he already singing. And they tried to give him an opportunity to come on in. He probably didn't even know that indictment was coming down, but it came down, and basically they put a hit on his life. And he out here trying to act gangster and try to run with guys that he ain't really cut like. He ain't really cut like them dudes, man. And now you got a guy who ain't gangster, a guy that's really far from being a street dude, a guy who had a talent to make good music, getting a studio gangster, getting caught up with real gangsters. And now, he in a situation where he don't know how to survive with. And he don't know how to survive inside the penitentiary. He don't know how to move in there and move and shake in the penitentiary. You know, he better take him and his people better take some of that money and buy some protection in there. You know what I'm saying? And am I surprised that they denied him bail? No. You know, you did violate your probation. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna just keep grab your nuts on in the New York City Police Department, and you damn sure ain't gonna grab your nuts on the feds after they basically told you come with us, we gonna provide you protection, and you denied. You know, the one time you probably should have been a snitch in your mind. You should have went in there and did that, but he didn't want that to hurt his perception. You know what I'm saying? And people still think it's a game. This is square business. You know, the farthest thing from his mind is how many albums he's selling. That's the farthest thing to his mind. His album dropped Friday. He don't, from what I hear, the first thing in his mind is how many albums he's selling. He in trouble. The way that lawyer made it seem, this dude was praying to get bail. Praying. Gave up his passport, gave up every dime in his bank account just to get up out of there. You know, and they said, no, you on probation, bro. For that child sexual act they claim you did. So you ain't just gonna finesse your way. You ain't gonna just finesse your way out of that situation, bro. You just not. It don't work that way. You know, and like I say, man, he gonna do his thing. Watch what I tell you. He had no choice but to snitch. Cause he ain't gonna make it out of there. You know what I'm saying? He don't know how to survive in there. And plus he got an out. Well, they tried to kill me, so I had to cooperate. Watch. You know, and like I said, people, you got snitches that a lot of prominent snitches come from all over the world. New York City, Alpo and Frank Lucas and Nicky Burns. You got, Rayful Edmonds down in DC, but he ain't. Everybody expect him to snitch. Everybody expect Tekashi69 to snitch. So it ain't no expectation. Nobody expects Tekashi69 to go in prison, you know what I'm saying, and do hard time for Tr3yway and them. You know, and I'm trying to tell you guys, man, they waited for him to break up with Tr3yway, and when they seen the breakage in the group, they know somebody gonna tell. He gonna bring them down. You know what I'm saying? They already knew what the business was. This is divide and conquer, you know. And now they divided, and they got Tekashi69. You know, they already know he violating probation if he get in trouble here. You know what I'm saying? He can't survive in jail. He about to do his thing on them dudes, man. Now they denied him bail. They just squeezing them, and they ain't got to squeeze that hard, no more harder. You know, if they offer him to get up out of there, man, he gonna tell them everything they need to know. Who did it, what they was wearing, what type of shoes they was wearing, what type of gun they did it with, you know. And most people thought it was the gun they found in his house. And it still may be the gun they found in the house. They may be connected to something else. But they found the backpack. Whatever backpack, when they allegedly did this robbery, I think in Times Square they did a robbery, the backpack that was stolen was in his house. He was over there in Europe. It was in his house. So that's accessory to a robbery right there. You know, and he gonna probably explain how the backpack got in there and this and that. And at this point, he can lie. He can lie and get a slap on the wrist. He can snitch and lie, but hey, will he be a stand-up guy and not snitch and not lie and go down for the Tr3yway, for the guys who finessed him out of money, for the guys that wanted to put a hit on his life, for the guys that he said he really created Tr3yway. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, Tr3yway Shotty was arrested before this too. So, hey, man, they squeezing them down, man. And people about to really see if Tekashi69 is the feds. You know, and people still think it's a joke. Still think he trolling. You know, the rainbow haired guy from Brooklyn who cried wolf. But hey, he in here praying in the courtroom, crying in the cell. You know he crying. You better get in there and do what kid did when he got in jail on House Party 1 and start performing. Because they gonna have fun with Rainbow here. They gonna have all the fun with him. They gonna lick them tattoos off his face. They gonna pull his hair. They gonna be aggressive with him. You know, but hey, when you out here being a studio gangster, you get caught up in some real gangster ish. Hey, this what happened. You find yourself in situations that you can't survive in. You in an environment that you ain't supposed to be in. It's like throwing a salmon in the middle of the forest. You know, he gonna get ate up. Easy. He ain't gonna survive long. But hey, we wanna be a gangster. Hey, that's what gangsters go through. Goodfellas Sports TV. Appreciate everybody. Make sure you check us out on Facebook, a Facebook group, a Facebook like page, Twitter. Also, can email the instrumental beat is in the description as well. Want to make a donation to the channel? That link's there as well. Definitely appreciate for everybody holding us down. May go live on this later, so make sure you hit the notification bell and subscribe. We gone.